This is our Rent-A-Vent equipment. You might think, oh, this is just a shop vac. It's not strong enough. Well, it is strong enough. And in fact, when you use a truck mount, they have to power down and idle. And then they've got the huge hose that takes more suction. So this is more than enough to do what you need it to do. We have 3 different sizes of brushes. So what you'll do is you'll take off your vent cover, and then you'll look, and this is about the perfect size for this one. Another thing you can rent that's optional is this camera, so you can just really see what you've got going. You can turn on the light and put it down. And I don't know if you can see that, but it's pretty disgusting. And you can go way down and see what's going on. And then after you're done, you can look again and see how well you did. So now is what we'll do is we will put on the brush. So now we'll put the brush on, and you'll put that flat side on, and it's lefty-loosey, righty-tighty. And you're going to get that all the way on, and you can see how you go and it stops turning. Then you want to make sure you've got it on tight. So we're going to hook up our hose here. So you're going to insert that in there tight and plug that in. So here's the special lug nut, and this one is different. So to tighten it, you will go left. And you're going to want to get this nice and tight so it doesn't fall off. But if something bad happened and it fell off, you would just go down to the collector and get it. So you want to make sure it's tight, and then we can test it. You can see that's just not going to come off. So now we're pretty much ready to go. I always wear gloves because you never know when they build the homes how many nails and screws are sticking out, and we don't want to get cut. And then I also put a sheet nearby just in case some dust flies out so that everything doesn't get all dirty. And you can kind of see down in this hole even visually how dirty it is. And I'm embarrassed to say I've never cleaned this vent, and we have lived here since 1988. I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do this, but I'm not going to turn on the vacuum right now because then you won't be able to hear me. But this brush rotates. It can go 2 different ways. But when you change the rotation, you make sure it's stopped all the way, and then you go the other way. Because it's got a clutch in there. So is what you do is you insert the brush, and you're going to want to clean really well in the front because there's so much dirt in there that it just amazes you. And then as the brush rotates and dislodges all the dirt, you've got these holes to suck it up. And so you can just keep going and inserting your hose way down. You can keep going way down with this. Depending on how big your house is will depend on how long you need to send the hoses down to get to the collectors. But by the time you do all your vents, you'll be going through all your collectors and getting all the dirt, dust, and debris out. So you can keep going, and eventually it will come to a point where you're at a dead end. But it can take quite a while. As you can see, we really put a lot of hose down. And on this one, I think we're there. And so then when I pull my hose back out, I wrap a towel around it because I just don't like to get the dirt everywhere. And then while you're pulling it out, you're also cleaning because you'll still have the brush on. I'm going to turn this on for just a second. It got caught for a second, so with the brush it makes it, of course, more powerful, and you can get all your dirt and dust out. And you'll come to the end, and sometimes you just have to tilt it a little bit to get it out. And then that's a great time. You, of course, want to clean your vent and air return covers before you put them back on. popping a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this the other way now. About come to the end of this run. And you can hear then I'll turn my brush the other way and suck it back up, and we'll put the camera back in and see how we did. So now you can see the difference, and as you thread this down, you can see the clean sheet metal. And you do your air return the same. And if you have any questions, you just call us. Thanks.